In this section, we're going to talk about a controversial topic, GMO versus non-GMO. So, GMO stands for genetically modified organism. And basically, GMOs are organisms, foods, and seeds that are created in a laboratory. And they're using genetic modification and engineering techniques. Sounds very sci-fi. Scientists, environmental groups, and even consumers have cited that there's so many health issues and environmental risk with foods containing GMOs. You can Google this. There are websites upon websites with the dangers of eating GMO foods, and I won't go into that in this class. So what happens is the scientists will remove one or more of the genes from the DNA of an organism. So say it's a plant or an animal or even bacterium. And then what they do is they recombine them into the DNA of the plant they want to alter. So an example of this would be they want to alter the DNA of corn so that it has a protein that kills insects and allows the corn to produce its own pesticides. Now this sounds good, but what else is it killing? When you eat that, if it's killing the pesticides, is it killing the good bacteria in your gut? What else is happening to this food? And as I said, we won't go into that. So research has found that one of the main things that GMO foods cause are food allergies. Now, there seems to be so many people out there now with food allergies as opposed to when perhaps our grandparents or their grandparents were alive. And one of the main concerns with GMO engineering is that the process of inserting these genes into the DNA of a food plant is random. So nobody knows where these genes are really going. This can alter the function of other genes, and it can create new proteins that have never been in our food supply. So this is dangerous because we don't know what is really happening. And this also creates toxins and allergens in foods. So as I said, this is one of the main causes now of food allergies. So one of the things you want to be aware of when you're grocery shopping are the types of foods that are usually popular as GMO foods, and things like alfalfa, apples, canola, corn especially, and all the sugars that are made from corn, and even vitamin C that's made from corn may have GMOs in it. Cotton, potatoes, papaya, pineapple, soybeans, sugar beets, yellow squash, and zucchini. So just so you know, the companies that are so pro-GMO have just changed the GMO labeling that you see in the stores to bio-fortified. It makes it sound like it's good for you, right? But it's not. So just so you know, when you're reading the food label, if it says bio-fortified, it really means GMO fortified. So how do you avoid eating or buying GMO foods? Well, look for this label. If you see this label, it's safe, we hope, right? Avoid processed foods, things with soy and corn and canola, cotton and sugar beets. Grow your own food, but make sure you're using non-GMO seeds. Or go to your local farmer's market or organic farm stand. Ask them if they're using GMO seeds. Buy locally and ask questions before buying, planting, or eating. So if you're buying organic foods and seeds, this helps assurance against the risk of genetic engineering. If you're planting non-GMO seeds, even if they're flower seeds, you're helping the environment because pollinators such as bees and butterflies are taking that pollen and zipping off somewhere else with it and planting other seeds, and they're going to pop up somewhere else. So genetically modified substances are prohibited in organic production and organic seed production. So buy organic whenever possible. You can find non-GMO organic seeds online. There's a couple companies I purchase from, and there's a separate section about seeds coming up. And remember that the bees and the butterflies and the birds and other creatures that help pollinate our plants and our food are actually eating off these flowers and herbs and plants, and they're spreading the seeds elsewhere. So by using organic seeds, you're helping the environment and your body. There's several companies that sell non-GMO organic seeds. You can find them online and hopefully in your hardware store. And the ones I used for my garden were the Bentley seeds. They were the easiest to have shipped to me, very good price, and they worked. If you look at any of the pictures of my garden from last year, these are the seeds I used. I do not get compensation for recommending them, but I will use them again for my garden this year because I know they worked.